from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in Queens, New York. It's a perfect night for baseball. Welcome to the Sunday Night Showcase. The Atlanta Braves going up against the New York Mets. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least.
First pitch coming your way next. And taking the ball for the Mets, Tyler McGill.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first two hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Two down, nobody on. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there.
Back here in Queens. And now here's the starter for Atlanta, Hurston Waldrop. Singing, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, you know, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
And foul ball. Here's a 2-2. This to center field. Makes the grab, tracks it down after the long run. And there's one down. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. It features a great veteran presence, Francisco Lindor. Here's Juan Soto. Here's a 1-1. Foul ball. And now it's 1-2. Got him. 2 down.
Well, that's exactly what a good 2-strike splitter will do. Duck right under the bat path and that last 15 to 20 feet or so. And at that point, it's just too late to do anything about it as a hitter. Really nice pitch.
Here's Francisco Lindor. That's ripped. Base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
Lindor off of first with 2 away. Fouls one off. 2-2. Good job to fight that one off. Now a quick throw to first. Lindor back in there. The 2-2. Swing and a ground ball. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Scoreless. Back in the ballpark where we're on sweep alert, Singy. We came on the air talking about about that, and so far, neither team is backing down.
Nobody wants to be on the wrong end of a sweep. For one team, it's about making a statement, and for the other, it's about salvaging respect.
Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some, Boog, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally, we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Swings and lines one towards the gap, and that gets down into the gap. Around first and hustling for second, and he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
One out in the second.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Run scores. Mike Yastrzemski up here. The 2-1. And a swing and a miss. Man at first, one away. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Struck him out swinging, and that's 4 strikeouts.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
Now it's Dominic Smith. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Albies with the key hit for Atlanta. It's now 1-0. You're watching the Sunday Night Showcase on MLB. Back here at Citi Field, we head to the bottom of the second. So the New York Mets have firmly established themselves as top contenders around halfway through the season. This is what was expected of them, Singy, and they backed it up.
No doubt about it. These guys are rolling and in a great position so far, and they look like they're not going to be stopping anytime soon. Now they got to decide, are they going to go out and add some help before the deadline, or do they think they have enough to make a deep October run as is?
The 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fights it off. You'll see another. The 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there, and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball with a little more straight and velo to it.
Comebacker to the mound. Play made, that ends the inning. We played 2 innings. Back here in Queens, so now to the plate for Atlanta, Mauricio Dubon. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Line drive, and that's just foul.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
That's to third. Vientos whips it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Austin Riley, the next to hit. Riley with some impressive production lately. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, I'd say he pretty much had to offer at that one. You don't want to leave it in the umpire's hands. Even though it ended up outside the zone, it still was close enough to where it looked like it could drop down right on that corner and get the call. Last thing you want to do is get punched out by the umpire knowing you could have at least fouled the pitch off and kept the at bat going.
Off the plate.
Just missed. Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7. Braves as we go to the last of the third. And now the Mets DH, Carson Bench. Fought off foul. back up the middle, and it gets through. And the tying run is on base. Luis Robert now. And ball 4 to abort.
That one hurts right there, as they couldn't take care of the bottom of the order to start this inning. Turn the lineup over. Now this inning's set up to be something big for this offense.
Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
There's an opportunity to do some damage, but you've got to be selective. Make sure you get a pitch that you can handle.
In the air, left field, Yastrzemski gliding in towards the infield. Snags it on the run. And that is a big first out. 2 aboard with 1 out. Now the left fielder, Juan Soto. The 1-1. That one hammered, but pulled foul. One, 2 now. Out towards right center field. And that's a base hit. Here comes the runner. Relay throw. He scores to tie it up. It's 1-1. Runners at the corners here. 1 away. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. 2 on, 1 out. And that one ripped to left. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. Play at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. They take the lead. It's 2-1. And now it's Mark Vientos. The 1-1. Swings through that one, out in front that time. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Fouls it off, still 1-2. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Outside low, ball 2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 2-2 now. That one missing inside.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
And they'll do it again. And ring him up, says Patrick Johnson. That Sunday Night Showcase on MLB The Show. Now in for the Braves, Matt Olson. Olson working through some struggles lately. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Left field. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Stepping in, Drake Baldwin. 2 down, nobody on. And that one fouled off. The other way, base hit. So Ozzie Albies now gets a chance with 2 gone.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Braves strand one. They're down. Back here at Citi Field. Bottom four, Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. And that one hammered. That's down. One hops off the wall. The relay not in time. That's a leadoff double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying. And gone! His 7th home run of the season. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-1.
So impressive. You have to have such a clear and direct path to the baseball on a split finger, that location inside part of the plate. Did a tremendous job of staying inside of it and keeping that ball fair.
Now it's Marcus Semien. Swing, and all the bat went flying there.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Makes the catch, one down. And up next for New York, Carson Benj. Inside. Ball 2. Benj turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. A little out front there as he swings through it. Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a jumps. This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Man at first with one gone. Next to hit, Luis Robert Jr. Ball to strike. This one in the air, center field. And there's 2 down. Back to the top of the Mets order. Next is switch hitting first baseman Jorge Polanco. And that's
inside,
off
ball 3.
The inside edge. And the count is 3-1. Singy's currently the team leader in runs batted in. That's ripped into the outfield. And that will end the inning. Mets had 2 runs on this blast. It's now 4-1. And we're back with a series sweep very much in play, Siggy. Sizable lead, so keep those brooms handy.
A sweep can really send shockwaves through a clubhouse, Boog. One team surging forward, the other left searching for answers.
Robert takes it in for the out. 1 away.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
To first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. 2 down, bases empty. Now it's the shortstop, Mauricio Polanco. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Down in order go the Braves. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. The 1-1. That one way inside. Nice grab to first. Nicely done for the out.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Popped up. Albies. 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it.
Bryce Elder.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
This one in the air, center field. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Mets, but they lead it 4-1. So up next, Austin Riley.
Third baseman.
The 1-1.
Ball,
And
that's up there.
stacking up his numbers against the rest of the league, Chris, his batting average puts him in the top 5. Challenge from behind the dish here, so the call stands. So they're now out of challenges. And that's through there for a strike. It's 2-2.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
This one in the air right field. Fair ball. Around second is Riley. And he makes it into third with a leadoff triple.
Up next for Atlanta, right fielder.
Here's Acuna, hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there. Got the bat going too soon at strike 2. Chris, he's been one of the most powerful hitters in baseball this year. His home run numbers are good enough to put him top 5 in the league. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well-executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Matt Olson stepping to the plate in a big spot now. The 1-1. Now one miss.
That's the ball.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. That's a base hit, run scores. One down. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
On the ground, Simeon flips it. It's there, and that's a great play.
Good that they weren't overzealous there. Just take the sure out, keep the runner out of scoring position.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Drake Baldwin. Step off, throw to first.
No, he's in there.
And he's back in on a dive. The Mets trying to protect a 2-run lead, and we're the top half of the 6th. And he can't make the play. The underhand flip. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 4-2. This is the... And take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Here's a 1-1. And there's a foul ball. Ground ball to the right side. And he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. He had a big swing back in the 4th, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Booth. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
Albies flips for 1, on to Olson. That's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here is Marcus Simeon.
Ball, that's out.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
That one almost got him.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
One run across. Harris fires it in quickly. Runner holds it third, so just one across on the play. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. Hard hit into the gap. 1 run will score. Robert on his way around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 7-2.
There he is coming through with a knock right there. I like the fact that he can pick him up and put him down a little bit. First basemen aren't known for the speed, but
Things over to the southpaw, Aaron Bummer. He comes on for the 35th time this year. Juan Soto now. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Good job at damage control right there. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now a 7. Latest news from around the league. Ball to strike. The pitch. Line drive. Beatty takes it in for the out. And there's 1 away. Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. That one finds the zone. 1-2.
if he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Here's a 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. High fly ball, right field. 2 down. Dom Smith stands in. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. On the ground to first. And that one finds its way through. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
We've all seen the defensive shift make a big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
That one lifted to left. Soto moving back for this one. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Atlanta. They're down 5. It's 7-2. This offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, dude. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
And there's 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And that gets down for a base hit. And that's a 1-out single. Now it's the right fielder, Brett Beatty. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him way out front of the slur. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Swing and a miss. And the count is even 2-2.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
In the air to left center. Yastrzemski on the move to the gap. And that is that. On the mound for the Mets, Reed Garrett. He's pitching on 2 days rest. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Triple digits on that last pitch.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen, throwing beams. Here is Matt Olson.
Ball 2.
Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Hammered down the right side, but foul. On the ground to first. And foul ball. The 2-2. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
That one is absolutely belted. And that is that. It's the Mets 7 and the Braves 2. Now new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Dylan Lee.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
In the air, right field. Acuna gets under it. One down. And now the DH, Carson Benj. That one fouled off. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. So up next for New York, Luis Robert Jr. This one in the air, center field. And that is that. Nope. Foul ball there. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings and misses. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. One down, base is empty here in the 9th. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And that one is lifted in the air. Soto drifts towards it. That's out number 2. So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the left fielder, Mike Yastrzemski. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Soto on the move. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets make it 6 straight victories.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.